What up, everybody? It's your boy, Cousin Oz, the people's mailman, back for another episode with Cousin Tony, the architect. My man, listen, bro, we got a ton, and I mean a ton of stuff that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about smelling hobby roses. We got hobby guilty pleasures. We're going to talk about how you hide all your fancy deals from me and how upset I get about it and how you try to act like I do the same thing, but it's not true. We also are going to talk about some big deals that we just came up with, some a little bit bigger than others, and our recent PSA submission. So, bro, how you been, man?
I'm good. Like you said, we got a lot of stuff to talk about after a rather controversial episode, you could say, last week. But like I said, you say
Yeah,
what you say, and we move onward and upward, and hopefully
I
the
say
hobby is
potato, potato.
exactly. But listen, so at the time of this releasing, you will be in sunny Florida. You will
Oh,
be in Mickey Land, I guess you can call it.
yeah.
So, talk to me about what the Oz is going to looking to accomplish with a little R&R.
Well, first off, after seeing that Woody from our boy Manny Flores from Too Thick, I figured I'm gonna look for some Cacawao, Disney 100 down. Why not? I don't know if they're selling it there, bro, but I'm gonna be going to all the stores, seeing if we can find some Cacawao Disney 100 cards, bro, because I want to get in on the action. I feel a little influenced.
I see that. You got a little influence. So we'll have to see what you come up with the Kaka Wow.
Yeah.
I have no idea where they sell that, what that is. I mean, and that we just before we started, you showed me some of the numbers, and I'm like, yeah, you want to talk about full blown FOMO? Some of those numbers are redunculous,
Dude, I
and
seen a
yeah,
a mini gold 101 going for 40K. Obviously that's what they're asking.
sure.
Not saying they're gonna get these numbers, but I seen that. And then the most surprising was an actual rock from I forget the movie, but it was in the one Disney movie that he plays the captain of the ship. And that one's going for 99,999 dollars. A rock Disney Kakawao.
Yeah, that ain't it. The only stuff that I saw that The Rock kind of, which I can at least understand, are the wrestling ones because at least that's something that he's. I know he's performing in the movies, but in the ring he's more known as a wrestler than turned into an actor. But
Well, he had his original rookie card from the Miami,
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
which they pumped that one too. That one went high for a little bit. The Bumblebee card.
yeah, yeah. But the Rock in general is a big time name, so you're gonna see prices like that. But now, man, I'm happy you get to get a little rest and relaxation. Put the mailbag down,
Yeah, bro.
and kind of chill
It's
a
been
little
a
bit.
hot minute. Yeah, this is a getaway. You want to talk about? We talked about Craig doing his little
Hmm.
reset, hobby reset. I'm not saying I'm gonna reset, but it's definitely a good getaway for me, my family, my wife, my daughter. Um, with the whole COVID thing, the way it's been this last couple of years, so it's gonna be fun to get back there. Like I said before, since I was 17 years old, been going down there religiously. And then last year I didn't get to go, so I have a little FOMO going on with getting back to Disney. I didn't think I would miss it as much, but yeah, I'm fiending because I just love it. I love the rides at Hollywood Studios. I know they got a couple new ones, Universal Islands of Adventure. Can't wait to go there. And I'm a big kid, man. That's all it boils down to. And my daughter, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, you're just one big mouseketeer.
That's it. Watch my wife ride around on the scoot and act like I, don't know who she is.
That's great. As she goes down there, she's like racing the grandmas around the whole thing.
What's funny? She doesn't listen to these things, but somehow,
Thank
some
God.
way, no, but somehow, some way, two of them that she's listened to have been where we've talked about her, and one of them was talking about the scoot, and
Okay.
it just happened. She's like, "I wasn't even listening to your thing. I don't know how it came on, but it came on, and I heard you and Tony talking about me and the scoot, and I don't appreciate that." And I'm like, "Listen, if you didn't do it, I wouldn't talk about it. It's not like I'm lying." She's like, "Yeah, yeah, you guys talk all that crap, but everybody was trying to get on." I said, "Not me, not me." I said, "You won't catch me dead on one of them things. Even when I need it, when I'm 80, I'm still not gonna ride that joint.
Be dragging your ass down down
I'd
Magic
rather have the
Kingdom.
walker, bro."
That's great. So you're kind of get taking the time off to smell the roses a little bit, which I asked you,
Oh,
and as we're coming, you see that? I'm nice.
nice segue, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
you're
nice.
good. You're good.
I'm getting good at
You
this.
you're
Yeah.
good.
So I want to ask you, man, how often do we smell the hobby roses and appreciate our current collection instead of looking or focusing on the next thing to add? So, how often
How
are you
often?
looking at what you have and appreciating what you have as opposed to, oh man, I got to get on to the next thing.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's easy for me because all my stuff is out. Um,
Mhm.
because I have a lot of the toys and things like that, and my cards. I even have my big fake Zion case open here because I have too many cards now. So if I were able to show you, I don't want to move it and look all crazy, but I literally have my Zion case right here to the left of me, and I have all my Michael Jackson cards strategically placed like a little museum type thing. I don't know if you remember the reel that I had
Yeah.
where I showed all the cards. That's
Mhm.
kind of like how I have it now. I have the pickup that we just did from PSA submission. I have the cards that we're going to be looking at soon that we just got in the mail day, and then all the way to the left is all my toys. So I kind of like I said when I come down into my man cave, I said previously, it's I really like want to come down here and have just that feeling of nostalgia. So I have all my stuff out. So I kind of like smell the roses every day that I come down here. My wife thinks it's freaking crazy, but to me, it's beautiful. All the things that I've collected, and my main thing right now is which we're gonna talk about later. But I really want to make it into like a museum type thing, almost museum type quality from the guy that we know who's a big Clemente collector. And we went to visit him, the way he had it, which was like unbelievable.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to take any pictures. It was just like, you guys can come down here. Don't reveal, it was like blindfolds and everything. We didn't know where we were at. Um, so we couldn't reveal. And like this guy's like super top secret when it came to his stuff. But when you walk down there, you seen like, God damn, this is literally a Clemente museum.
Yeah.
So kind of like want to have that.
Okay. Yeah. I may or may not have was able to capture some kind of bootleg video.
Oh, let me
I
find
can't
out
confirm nor
you
deny.
wearing those same glasses that
Yeah.
we were using to get the Jordans and
Yeah. Yeah. The ones that we wore with JS.
yeah.
Uh, you know what? When I came thinking and came up with this topic, I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? I don't smell my hobby roses as much as I should because I have my collection in a case, most of my cards, and the other my other big boys are kind of tucked away.
Mhm,
And I was like, damn, you know what? I haven't really sat for a while. The last time that I kind of sat and looked through my collection really good was just when I was reorganizing and putting everything, in bags and top loaders and one touches and all that stuff. At that point, I'm putting everything
mhm.
in the order that I like to have things. And
Your OCD.
yeah, and I'm looking at my stuff, but it's actually been a minute since I've gone through all my cards. So because of this recording today, I know that this weekend is supposed to be kind of nasty on Saturday. So I think we're kind of be home most of the day. And I can pretty much guarantee that, yeah, at some point I'm gonna take some time during the day, just look through my stuff. Cause sometimes I forget even what that's the one thing. I think when your collection reaches the proportions of, like, say, like Los with with
Oh,
his
yeah.
toys. But with his toys, it's different because they're all out. You can kind of see them. But with cards, I mean, when you have 500 count boxes and stuff like that, you're not looking at your stuff. There's no
No.
way. Like, I mean,
No,
maybe you are, but it not in a
no,
one
you just
sitting.
have the box with, what it is.
Right.
It's rare, and you might have on in that box maybe you usually just have the cards in a row, not
Mhm.
protected, just to fit them
Yeah.
in the box, and then you might have like 1 or 2 in top loaders up at the top of it that are like the big hits
Yeah.
or like the big rookies, but other than that, you're just looking at a cardboard box with the name on it, and that's, "Oh, yeah, yeah, that's the, 1957 top set, pretty cool."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the
And
thing is
and
with us, we were singles collectors, so
right.
it's easier for us to, have that amount of cars, but, each one, we bought it for a reason, you know what I mean? It was a
Yeah.
banger at one point, and
Yeah.
then what's funny too was when I started making base grade again,
Mhm.
so that I was just going back and looking
Yeah.
at the cards that I have originally gotten. I'm like, "Oh, snap, I forgot about this one."
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's yeah, that kinda you rejuvenate yourself and you kind of like reload the collection, yeah, just
Yeah,
by going through that stuff. I remember so the case that I had, my wife bought it for me, and she was like, This is all the cards you're allowed to have." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." But uh, at the time, I'm like, you know what? I was like, okay, if I just fill the case is almost full already, and then I'm not the collecting journey has just begun. So now the next thing is like, oh, I'm probably gonna need a bigger boat. But I'm thinking, I'm like, when does it get to the point where your collection is so big that you're not getting a chance to really appreciate what you have, and it's just more about adding and stuff like that,
mhm,
where then you're forgetting. So just something to kind of be aware of as we go through this journey to be like, damn man, I need to take the time to chill and appreciate what I have as opposed to
yeah.
looking for the next edition.
Nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? It's always the thrill of the hunt. We always talk
Mhm.
about that, and that's kinda like the thing that gets everybody their juices flowing, just finding that next new thing and, "Oh, man, that's my new grail," or that's the new thing I wanna add to my PC, and you like you said, you tend to forget those other ones that are already there, but when you really go back and look and it's like, "Wow," and then, it could be 1 or 2 things. You could be like, "Oh, man, this card is so awesome," or you could be like, "Why did I buy this card? What was I thinking when I bought this card," you know?
Yeah.
And those are the ones you're like, "Maybe I can go ahead and move this one to, get into something else."
To quote Outcast, sometimes those roses might smell like poo.
I like it.
You like
I
that?
like it.
So yeah, so I don't know. We'll just take the time a little bit to smell the slabs, as they
Love
say.
the slabs. Speak talking about smelling slabs, um, I wanted to talk about hobby guilty pleasures. Things that we do on the regular that make us really happy, but you don't wanna talk about to anybody else. You wanna keep it a secret because you might be embarrassed that you do it, or it just sounds a little quirky or crazy to others.
Mhm.
To you, it's the best thing since sliced bread, and you love it, um, like smelling slabs or something like that. So, we figured, okay, I'll do 3, you'll do 3. You can go ahead. Do you want to go 1, I go 1, or just you do
Yeah,
3 and okay,
yeah, yeah. Let's go one and one. So
all
I'll
right,
go first, and this is still something that I do from when you got me hooked in the hobby, and we used to do this together. Now I just do it alone. But I still when I go to bed at night, I'll watch auctions end. I'm like I'll just and then like it'll just be random things. Sometimes whatever, like stuff that I like or stuff that like if I see certain things are hot on Instagram or whatever,
uh,
and at night I'll listen to and punch whatever it is, whatever. Let's just say Peyton Manning PSA 10, whatever. And it'll come up and I'll just look through and see which ones are like at the highest and which one's gonna end like around that time. And sure enough, man, I'm just watching auctions end like a freaking goofball, but I like it.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
It's
like
like,
we used to say, watch the fireworks happen.
yeah, yeah. I find that more like entertaining than a break for some reason. It's like breaks like I don't get excited when you pull some scrub and then you're like trying to hype it up. Like I don't
Yeah.
care. Like, but the auction, I'm like, oh, this is actually, it's a little battle going on. So
Yeah, and you never
yeah,
know how it's gonna end because there's ones where there's
mhm,
duds, and you're like,
yeah,
"Oh, man," it'll be
yeah,
at 800, and you're like, "Oh
mhm,
my god, this is gonna go for, like, 2K by, the last minute. I know this is gonna blow up," and then it'll be like nothing. You're like, "Really?" And
yeah,
then
like
there's
Woody.
others yeah, yeah, like Woody. Love you, Manny. But, oh, by the way, we get we gotta clap back, bro,
Yeah,
you
well,
know?
it's not even so much clap back. So let's cue everybody into what's going on. We somehow stumbled into a podcast beef and with the boys over at Too Thick, which actually I think me and Jeremy have like residual beef because it's actually
Yeah,
on
you just
YouTube,
you're
but
just
we're
gonna
just
get collateral damage, bro.
yeah, yeah,
There's no beef, but the fact that me and Manny are going back and forth, it's too thick versus the 2 primos, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Yeah, and I said we're cool. We'll get back on topic. Cool. We're talking to Manny today, and he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna be like tag teams." I thought to myself, I was like, "Yeah, what tag team would we be?" And it came right to me right away. I said, I didn't tell you. I was like, "Yeah, we would be." And this I know you're not a big wrestling guy, but I'll throw it back. So I said we would be like the Rockers when they first came out back in the day. It was Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels,
mhm,
and you would be Shawn Michaels, the flamboyant one, and that's gonna, eventually turn on me because you're gonna go solo and you're gonna throw me through a window. That's a reference. So if you know, Shawn Michaels threw Jannetty through a window. So at some point, you're gonna throw me through a window. You're gonna go solo, and I'll be left as a mid Carter with, you know, shining boots in the back.
Uh,
So,
that's
but
funny.
yeah, so we got to figure out what the two thick boys are gonna be.
They were the luchadors. They were the
There
luchadors,
you go.
and
They're the
Andy was
luchadors.
gonna have the mask and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, he called me what was it?
We
The
were
the sticky bandit?
the wet bandit, sticky bandit, the wet bandit. Yeah. So it's
So
just
that was in reference to, Home Alone, right?
yeah, yeah. So if any packages are going missing, it's because of you.
Yeah,
So
because of my sticky fingers. So, I
but
see you, Manny. You know that all seeing eye always sees what's going on, bro. So
mhm,
I see you.
for sure. So but let's get back to the guilty pleasures. What do you have on deck there?
Man, let's see. You know what? A lot of what I do at night is looking through PSA and pop counts. I've been referred to as the king of low pop,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of obsessed when it comes to. I know I just get a kick out of going like constantly looking, especially things that I know when I got it was like a pop one or pop two.
Hmm.
Like every couple weeks, I'm like, I gotta see if somebody else, you know,
Okay.
if it. And there's been times where, like for example, my Allen Iverson 1998 hoops is the one that I got at the Philly show that Tony had put me on to.
Oh yes. Yep.
Yes. So this is a Gem Mint 9. There's only 110. We always talk about
Mhm.
my man, the Philly card collector, has that 110. He seems to have a 10 on everything. I think he has a deal with PSA, but that's neither here nor there. Uh, but yeah, there's only 110 owned by him. So and then there was when I got this, there was only 6 9s. So I think
Okay.
the number's been increased to 8 9s. So
Oh
it's gone
wow.
up. Yeah, it's gone up by 2.
Hmm, okay.
So
Wow. Wow. I never would have thought you'd do that, but that's
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, when when I'm the king of low pop, I want to keep it that way.
I
So I
got
can't be talking smack like, yeah, I got all these low pop cards,
you.
and then when I start pumping them up, and then people are like, oh, that's a cool card, then they go sending them to PSA, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
increasing my pop count, screwing up my whole stilo. But yeah, I'm kind of
Fair.
kind of obsessed with
Okay.
with pop
Pop count.
counts.
Okay. Fair enough. My second one is I actually have a bit of a, you know, I guess it's guilty pleasure, maybe obsession, but I'm trying to find cards. I like finding cards that go together, and it's only Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens. That's it. So, for example, so I have this 2004 Topps Finest, and this is McNabb, and this is the gold. Now, this one's out of five,
Nice.
and I have the TO that goes with it coming in the mail. So I'm like, I did that by not by accident, but I was like, you know what? I think I would like to have these two together. And well, now it's a thing because now I have another one. This is Top's Finest. I have this is TO. This is 2005. Yeah, another one. And this is out of 199. This is the green refractor. So I have this one,
Mhm.
and now the Donovan is coming. So at
Nice.
some point, I would like post these together. But it only seems to be those two. Everybody else, I don't. I have an obsession with this pairing because these guys hate each other so bad. But to me, it was one of the greatest duos in Eagles history.
Yeah, it's like what
Yeah,
could have been, you know what I mean?
yeah.
If they were able to just go ahead and put their differences aside,
Mhm.
what could have actually been?
Yeah. So it's yeah. So that's I have a guilty pleasure in enjoying two guys that hate each other and putting them together.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. If those
uh,
2 would have stuck together, like, it would
oh
have
man.
been easy. Donovan McNabb would have, no question, Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Now he's kinda, like, on the cusp. He probably won't make it, I don't know. But,
Probably not.
yeah, with T.O. for a couple years, if he would have stayed 4 years, bro, imagine those numbers.
Whew, man, it was year one and he set records right off the bat and didn't
Yeah,
even play the whole season.
right. Yeah, that's true.
So,
Because of what they got
that's
to game 12 or
yeah, something like that, and he got hurt,
broke
so
the
it's
game.
just yeah, so that's definitely one of the biggest
Wasn't
crit
it the Cowboys,
yeah,
safety
yeah, dirtbag. I'm not
grabbed
even
them?
gonna
That's
say
why
his
they had
name.
that.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say he don't get his name mentioned here.
Yeah, so that's why they had the, horse collar rule because of that.
Yeah. So, but go ahead, sir.
So, another thing I like to do, sir, I don't know if you've heard of plastics. The, it's The scratch remover.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I have an obsession with making sure there's no scratches on my slabs. So
I like that.
yeah, I all my slabs, I shine them up every couple weeks, like, cause I don't know if it's like I'll do it and it'll look freaking perfect.
Mhm.
I'll take the picture and I'll put it in this little team bag, and then I'll look back a couple weeks later and I'll be like, "Wait, it looks like that scratch is back. Hold on." And I'll do it again. So I don't know if it's like a temporary fix or what.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm obsessed with making sure removing all the scratches because there's sometimes, bro, people have them in the slabs and it looks like they've been tossed around like
Yeah.
maybe at shows they're just throwing them in a thing. They don't have the team bags in them, and you get it. And you're like, what the? Look like this should have been through World War III. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. I like that though. I have that's something I remember we talked. Oh, well, it's been months now. I was like, you know what? I got to get that slab shiny thingy. So
Yeah. So you get the little microfiber cloth. You put a little bit of the plastics in there, a little
yeah.
drop of that, and you just go ahead and you nicely rub it. And you
Mm,
get see those scratches go right away,
yeah,
and then it's back and shiny. It's a beautiful thing.
like that. I like that. So my last one, it's not card related, but we always say we're cousins collectibles. We collect a little bit of everything. I actually like looking. When I take a little break from cards, it's to watch people's video game collections,
Mhm.
and it's on YouTube and on Face. So I belong to a Facebook group just to look at people's stuff. And like when these guys have like again, like when you look at Los the Collectors, all those toys, and he has everything in cabinets and stuff. These guys, they have lights, their store signage, there's all kinds of stuff going on, and it's just a different way of collecting. Like it's not like cards, it's a totally
Mhm.
different thing. And but man, the way like I just love watching the way people have their stuff set up. Like I told you off air, there was a guy who was a carpenter, and he made one that like he had a control to the thing, and he hits the button, and the like entertainment center transforms, and another system comes out, other games come out, it's a whole thing. And I find myself watching those videos a lot, and I was like, man, I really like this stuff. I'll never achieve that level of freaking craziness, but
Never
yeah,
know.
I like to watch it. It's fun.
My thing is with that, those are ideas that things you never thought of, especially
Mhm.
growing up because you were just lucky to get a gaming system,
Yeah.
get a couple games. But, you know, once we get through whatever we're collecting in our PC and we're looking for something different to do, maybe one day you'll be like, "You know what? Let me hire
Mhm.
somebody to get me the dopest gaming system, for my thing where it's
Yeah.
like a freaking transformer, something. I'll
Yeah.
give you 10K to just give me something crazy."
That or like you get like John the basketball guy, or Mike down in Texas, you get the beast, that
Yeah, the
kind of
beast.
furniture and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
the sky's the limit with the way you can do all that stuff. But yeah, I just find myself watching that stuff, and sometimes my wife is like, "What the hell are you watching?" I'm like, d- just let it go. Like, just I don't
Let it go.
yeah, you just gotta understand this is just one of those things where, it's just leave me be. That's all.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
that mine is similar to that. Like right now, I kind of have my IG curated to where most of my reels, 99% of them are either toy related
Mhm.
or card related, and there's 1% that I won't say what it's related to. So, but 99% of it
Just be
keeps me
careful because
focused.
you'll get pink eye like Jeremy.
I know what you're talking about. But 99% are related to cards and toys. And really, obviously I love the reels and seeing these collections but my main thing is how they have these things set up. Because I really want to make it to where we talked about like this is a museum. So I want
Mhm,
to my basement to look crazy off the hook. So I'm trying to get all these ideas. So my thing is like I'll be constantly I'll get lost, bro. It'll be like an hour and a half where I'm just scrolling, not even realizing how much time I've been looking at little, they're not even like a minute. They might be like 45 seconds,
mhm.
but you watched a million of them, interspersed with some other stuff in there. And it kind of just keeps you going. And yeah, but my main focus is like getting ideas to try to just, stick it to Los the Collector is what it all boils down to.
Yeah, that's all that's always comes down to that. It's always that rivalry that
That's it.
never dies. And the
Everything I
best
do is just to outdo him. That's it.
yeah, and the best part, he's not gonna give you the satisfaction. He'll just go,
Yeah.
he's just gonna
Yeah,
downplay whatever you got, and then you'll
he's like,
just end
"Oh,
up
that's
missing
nice. Cool." and that's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not gonna get any reaction from him, which further fuels the fire.
Which just so you're aware, he did send me a text today, and I'm like, "What's up?" He said, "Bro, I was, flipping through some toys. I found a Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal, toy." I was like, "Oh, yeah," and he sent me the link. It's pretty dope. So Michael Jackson, in his white suit with the
Yeah,
blue shirt. I'm like, "Oh, this is pretty cool," and it's actually posable, and it has where you can lean him
you can lean
down.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and it has, multiple faces, hands, and all stuff. I was like, "Man, it's pretty dope." And it's only
oh,
at $12. I was he goes, "Dude," he said, "This could be bootleg." He goes, "But for $12, what does it matter?" I said, "Bro, I've seen worse."
yeah.
So I went ahead and pushed the buy it now. Boom.
Look at that. He's probably
So
tricking you somehow, but
yeah.
you'd never know. But let me ask you something, man.
What's up?
Why do you why do you hide your deals until you have them in your card in hand? Like you're kind of sneaky like that. You won't
Me?
tell me what's going
Me?
on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Well, we're the same, first of all, and I think I got it from you because you started, when we first started, we would tell each other everything. You'd be like, "Yo, I'm about to buy this," and I'm like, "Oh, cool, I'm buying this." And especially when we were doing doing the Lonnie Walker rabbit
yeah,
hole, because we ended up bidding on the same thing one time, not even realizing it. So we kind of said, "Listen, this is what it's going to be. I'm going to collect AI, you collect Clemente." And then when we kind of put in our lanes, it just went, "Well, I'm Clemente collector, so I ain't got to tell you because I know you're not going to do it." And then you just went and started doing things without telling me, and then be like, "Yo, look what I just got." I was like, When'd you get that?" "Oh yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago. Just finally arrived." Or, "I did this. I got look at this Dr. J that I got. Look at this Wilt Chamberlain that I just picked up. I did a deal with Doc Collectible." I'm like, what?" So here Tony goes off on this tangent, like it's like it was like I was the mother bird, and I pushed Tony off out of the nest, and at first he fell a couple times on his face, but then once he knew how to fly, it was like, "Peace, see you later, dude. Like, I'm out. I ain't got nothing to do with you. I don't even care you're my mom anymore." And I was like, "Okay, I see how it is. So you're not gonna tell me, I'm not gonna tell you." And now it's become just this thing. Like for me, honestly, it's not even about not telling you. It's like I'm almost paranoid just because I've gotten things lost in the mail, one, and then two, where thing didn't even show up. The Joe Montana autograph.
yeah,
So it's like I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. So it's not that I don't want to tell you, but I don't want to be bragging about something and
yeah,
then be like, "Yo, did you get that thing that you were talking?" Nah, it still hasn't come. Like so, it's almost like that type of thing where not so much to you know get back at you, more so to just make sure I have it in hand to be able to brag about it. But I think yours is a little bit more underhanded than mine.
Get out of here.
You 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 use the guise of, "Oh, I want it to be a surprise for you," which is a bunch of malarkey.
No, it's not. Yeah.
It is.
It's all right. Listen,
I
you
want
do
I
it
want
all
it
the
to be a
time. You
surprise.
no, you like you'll say see this. I'm pull the curtain back. So we'll not be recording. You'll be like, oh, I gotta get this auction real quick, and then you're like, yes, what'd you get? Ah, nah, you always go, ah, nah, just chill, chill. You leave it at that. I'm like, all right, whatever. So like I'm just like stuck at the altar standing like a dumbass. So so
You don't
like
even at least I tell you. You just be like, "Hey, check the
well,
IG real
it's
quick.
worse.
Can you like my card, my new card that I just got?" I put a pretty dope, card there with my hand modeling skills that you
Yeah,
might like. And, he got Donovan and TOs coming every other day. He got, like, Clementes that I'd never heard of, and I'm just like, "Oh, nice. When did you get that? That's cool." You get them. At least I'm like, "Yo, I'm doing an auction. I'm letting you know what I'm doing. I might not tell you what the actual subject is, but you know about it." This
yeah.
guy's just straight rogue, like, zero dark 30
Like,
on that joint.
I I feel like the stuff that I'm buying, I feel pretty comfortable and like purchasing them on my own. Like how do I say it? Like I feel like I feel good in that lane.
Uh-huh.
If I step out of that where it's something totally different, I can guarantee like I can't just go off and go on my own and be like, I have to be like, yo, look, this is what's going on. What do you think? Like,
Like your
but
last
for
deal?
no, I knew what I was doing there. We'll get to that. And that was supposed to be a surprise
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Of
I
course
just
it
like,
is.
yeah, well,
You know,
because it's
and you know, cousin Oz loves surprises, not
yeah,
I
you're
hate
a big
fucking surprises.
you're a big
Don't
fan of that.
so don't try to give me this, "Oh, I wanted surprise," 'cause I hate surprises. I wanna know.
Yeah, but my surprises for you are always good. Like, they don't cost you any money. They're, 9 times out of 10, it's something half decent that you can talk about. So it's not like I'm gonna tell you I'm pregnant. Yeah, I mean, like, so it's like,
Yeah,
so
pregnant with slabs that
yeah,
came in without yeah.
yeah. So just relax. But nah, yeah, I think, like I said, I think that we just don't do that anymore, just because I think we're both kind of comfortable in our lane, and I know, like, I don't actually. You know what? The other day I told you there was an Iverson, the Noise Boys, and I said
Mhm.
to you, and I was like, hey, I was kind of looking at it, but then I was like, I decided not to because I went in a whole nother direction.
Which I'm glad you did, 'cause I would've kicked your ass. But there was a
See,
Noise
that's not
Boys.
nice.
No, it's not nice, but you know what I mean? Like, I have a PSA 8, which I'm looking to upgrade. So this guy at the last minute, he's like, "Oh, by the way, I was thinking about getting this, but changed my mind. But here it is, PSA Gem Mint 10 Noise Boys, Allen Iverson, and it was up for auction. Which would it go for 1,800?
I think I don't
Yeah, it
know.
was at, it was at like 1050, and then there was a little bit of fireworks at the end. So it went for like 18, almost 2K.
Okay.
Um, which if this was a year ago, that puppy would have been like 5, almost 10. Yeah, it was hot to trot. But yeah,
Sure.
that wasn't a bad price. So if you maybe would have like gave me a heads up, I could have thought about it, maybe been in the game instead of being selfish and try to steal one of my grails. I think that would have
Yeah.
been cool. And I might have
Right.
been able to get it, but you told me last minute when I spent my money, you know, on some other stuff.
Right.
But I appreciate it.
Sure. Listen, you don't own
It's like me
that.
going, "Hey, hey, I just, you know, I got this
No, no, no,
Clemente."
no, no, no. Hold on, hold on. No, 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 no. Listen, you don't, this on record 32-minute mark. You do not own the rights to every single Allen Iverson card
Yes, yes, I
that is
did.
available. So
Yes, I
that
did.
is
It because
like,
it's collectibles. Until
stop.
I say, "Tony, you're allowed," it's all me.
That's, listen, if you would stop buying Stranger Things and all
Oh,
that other
no.
stuff, you would have finished the Iverson thing, and then the rest of us could
No,
buy
there's
it
nothing
without.
finished. That never ends, bro. There's like a a
Still,
million, Allen Iverson cards.
yeah, well,
You
you're
don't even
trying to
you
like.
don't even like Allen Iverson.
I like Allen Iverson.
No, you don't.
I don't love him like you do, but I
Exactly.
like
So that's
Allen
my point.
Iverson.
Like, if I can
Yeah, but
get
I
it,
don't.
like for me, you're like, "Yo, I want you to collect Clemente," and I'm like, "Yeah," because I talked about collecting Clemente, way back.
Yeah,
I just was like, I want to finish, the lane that I'm doing here.
sure.
So it's understandable, but to collect AI, I'm like, I don't get it. You don't like them,
I do like him.
yeah.
I spent many a night cheering and
Well, you're
watching
not.
games.
You're
And
not even an NBA fan. You're whack.
you're nonsense.
You don't
Just
even enjoy the ride. You're that guy that hops on, last minute. Oh, we're in the playoffs. Let's see how they do. I know they're going to lose second round, so it doesn't really matter. So there's no investment. I don't know. So
that
it's
is
kind of like,
true.
yeah, like football. You're all in. Well,
Oh
not even
man,
football. You're half in until the playoffs
no, I'm all in.
because you're already.
I just don't let you like see your thing is like you're like
I'm a
over the
fan.
top. Yeah,
I'm a
I'm a
fan.
fan too.
No,
That's, I'm not gonna sit here and argue my fandom with you. That's just you
there is
just
that.
you just look. I'm wearing an Eagles thing right now, so don't
Yeah.
don't come to me with that nonsense. But anywho, talk to me about some MJ Grails that you picked up
Ooh.
because
So, all right. So
speaking of deals that we don't tell anybody about, so
yeah,
go
that's a
ahead.
bunch. I told you about the deal that I had. So
I
there
don't
was a big.
remember.
Yeah, what do you mean? I told you exactly word for word everything that I did with this thing. So there was a card that came out, Michael Jackson card,
Oh yeah,
and oh yeah, oh yeah.
yeah, no. Yeah. After the fact, but go ahead.
I think I lost it. Hold on, what did I do
Yeah,
with
there
it?
you go. See, but yeah, while you're looking for the card,
I kind of I
I'll
just
fill in the blanks. But yeah, that was definitely one that you told me after the fact, and we'll get the details here. Look, where the heck you put it
bro, I just had it in my hand.
at?
Oh,
Yeah.
here it is. Okay, So yeah, I've been telling him about this. So this card came up on eBay when I first seen it. The guy had it for 10,000. Buy it now. And I was like, God damn, 10,000. That was like, at the point in time, that was probably the most expensive MJ card that I had seen. I'm sure there was others, but as far as memorabilia, that's a different story. Anything signed by Michael, that's a different story. But as far as a card, this is from 2011 Panini. It's Michael Jackson Thriller card, and apparently it's a diamond. It's kind of a foil card, and I believe he said it was only either 10 or 15. I was looking for the actual the count as to many how many were made, but according to the guy that did the post, there was, I think he said, just 15 of these made. So it's a diamond, and he had it up for 10K when I first seen it. I was like, well, that's going to be somebody that I'm going to have to finagle and work down and lowball the hell out of to try to get this thing going. And I said, but let me try to kill these other guys that have stuff for like 15, 1800, 2000. Let me work on them first. Cause this guy, with the 10K mark, he seems like, he's not going to back down so easy. Then next thing you know, I, followed the eBay with the little heart, and he sent me out a deal for 6,000. So he dropped it from 10 to 6 real quick. And of course, I was like, I'm not, didn't even entertain it. Never even, gave a response back as to, a freaking a price that would be reasonable. And then I was like, I left it at that. So then next thing you know, he puts it on auction. And now I was like, okay. He puts it on a 9-day auction. So it took forever. Now it was on $50 for like 6 days. And I was like,
Oof.
"Oh, man, I'm gonna get the steal of all steals." And is it really a steal? Probably not, because the car was never worth 10K to begin with.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
true.
wanna talk about the classic pump and dump it. So in my mind, I'm looking at this
Yeah.
card like it's a $10,000 card that I'm gonna get for cheap, when it's probably just a,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
$200 card, so, either way, it's a, Gem Mint 10. I won it on auction. I believe, what was it, 125? Let me just double check real quick. But the funny thing is, it's nowhere near what the guy was asking for. And I just get a kick out of these Michael Jackson cards. Actually, I won it for 136.50.
Wow.
So here it is. It's a beautiful card. 2011 Panini MJ.
That's got some shine.
It has, yeah, you can see it looks, and it definitely looks better. And but yeah, you could see the foil and the shine to it. So this thing, Gem Mint 10, pop one. I will take it, sir. $136 from 10K.
Wow. So the same guy. Wow. That's insane.
Moral of the story: stick to your guns and leave it at 10K, bro. Don't put it on auction for something that
Yeah. That's crazy.
I haven't even pulled this out just yet. I just opened it up.
Now, what is that?
Something I'm kept a secret from you because you keep secrets from me. So I figured what's good for the goose is good for the gander, sir.
Okay.
Now this is something a little bit different for the odds. I've never gotten anything like this.
Okay. What what are we looking at here so we can fill in the
We're
podcast
looking
listeners
at
a
a
little
drum
bit?
roll. You need to do a drum
You
roll
got
for
a
your
drum
boy.
roll. All right,
Yeah,
gotcha.
because this
Now,
is
is this an auction piece or is this something
this
to
is an
buy it
auction
now?
piece. This is something else. It was
Okay.
buy it now. There's some that I seen for $1,000. But this is a buy it now. I mean, an auction that I won. Now this is a ticket, sir. PSA
Oh,
graded ticket. 1984, the Jackson's Victory Tour, were on July 13th of 1984. Eddie Van Halen. This was the only time that Eddie Van Halen appeared on stage with Michael Jackson. Eddie Van Halen played the Beat It
okay. Yep.
guitar
Yeah. Yeah.
song "Beat It," but this was the only time they ever appeared on stage together. So this was in Texas Stadium. All right, so this is the actual ticket.
Wow, that's a cool ticket. Hmm.
Yeah,
Now, what made you go after that? Like, how'd you? Is that just something you stumbled across?
I stumbled across it. I'm looking to make this MJ collection just crazy, and this was one thing. Like, my brother's wife actually went to see Michael, with the Jacksons on the Victory Tour, and I always thought to myself, like, "Damn, that's so cool." That's because that was always on my bucket list. I was just
Mm,
too young, 85, when his glory years, 85 to 90. I'm only 10
yeah,
years old to 15. I didn't have the money. My parents weren't going to take me to go see Michael
yeah,
Jackson to get a Michael Jackson ticket. You crazy? Um,
yeah. A whopping $28. Look at that.
well, yeah,
That's
now
crazy, right? I'm saying, but that just goes to show you, like,
yeah,
but it was all in, the whole thing involved. But it's wild to think, like,
yeah,
that's
exactly. I didn't even look at
yeah,
that. I'm like, damn, 20 wasn't that much. But in my mind,
yeah. But
it's like
still, it
Michael
seemed like,
Jackson.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But
So yeah, bro. Um,
that's
I picked this thing up and I just think it's super cool. It has like the Jackson 5 on there, the different colors. Like you said, it's a real cool ticket. It's a Don King event
only in
promoted by
America.
Don King.
Wow,
Yeah,
interesting.
dude. Yeah,
So now
so
you're
this
going down the ticket rabbit hole.
I don't not necessarily. It's just like
Just
this
kind of,
one, I mean,
yeah.
unless I might see his Dangerous tour was the one of the probably the biggest tour ever.
Okay.
So if
So
I
just
see
something,
something,
yeah. That's
but
fair
yeah,
enough.
bro, man. So those two pickups right there, my $10,000 MJ and my $1,000 ticket that I got for really good deals.
Very good. That's I like how it's not just about the cards now. You're getting kind of like little other pieces to
Yeah.
balance it all out,
There
which
was I was looking at an actual glove that he wore on tour. That
oof,
one's a little bit out of my price range. That one was going for 138K.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't see that one happening anytime
Yeah.
soon.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough. That's somebody's house. Like,
Yeah,
gee.
bro. But that's like one of those things. It's like,
Yeah.
man, you have that, it's a wrap.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, like I say, I'm glad to see that thing expanding. So I guess I'll share my
No, wait, let me I gotta listen, bro.
here you go.
So Tony, Mr. Keep It in the Closet, has been doing deals. Like this is a big time deal. This is something that's means a lot to Tony. This is part of one of his biggest PCs that he has that he really loves, and he's finally acquired. When we talk about Grail cards, this is one of those Grail cards. It's not just saying, "Oh yeah, yeah, I really want that card." That's one of this. This is an actual one, and I just wanted to, say first off, congratulations before you even start. I'm very proud of you. I didn't think, you were gonna get this that quickly, and now that it's here, bow down to the man. So I want you to go ahead and give us a play-by-play of what went down and how you acquired this grill card.
Gotcha. This is like I feel like I'm Rob right now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly how when Rob was like, "Yeah, I want to get $100,000 card," and then like it's by the end of the year, and like 2 days later, he's like, "I got my 100,000." Like what?
Yeah. So this is not $100,000 card, a little less than that, but uh so basically yeah, I put here like I had a series of hobby events that happened to help me to get the card. So I, decided like I said, I decided to look through my collection a little bit and pull out those cards that I wasn't really in love with anymore. And so Joe Montana, Michael Jordan, and Ricky Henderson step up to the plate. And basically I end up putting those cards and move those cards because the card that I want, I knew that the guy who owned it wasn't going to be interested in these cards. And
Mhm,
I know it. Like, it's not based on what he collects and what he does, and these cards, they're not it. So basically, like, how like I love to trade in fantasy football. Like, that's like
mhm,
my thing. Like, I get more hooked on it. You know how like when Rob was saying he was hooked on doing the flips and the deals. I'm the same way, but with the trades. Like, I just love to trade. I could, most of the time I get a kick out of that. So
mhm,
I'm like, damn man, I gotta figure out how can I get to that card with with the least bit amount of money coming out of my pocket. So I knew that he wasn't gonna go for it, the cards as a trade at all. So I go put those up for consignment. They sell with a pretty decent price between the three of them. So I'm like, all right. So I got this loot. Like, damn, maybe now I can make a play on the card. So I hit the guy up. It's like, hey, listen, asking about the card, and he gives me his first price, of course, and so we negotiate back and forth, and you know, it actually wasn't that long. Like, he gives me the initial number, I come back with my rebuttal, then we end up kind of in the middle.
So
And
when you started that negotiation, did you feel confident it was gonna go down, or
I
were you
did.
like did you?
No, I
Okay.
did. Like, I felt like that was one of the things. That's why I didn't tell you, because like I felt very comfortable. I didn't feel like I felt like I
I
knew what
even
I was.
I think even if I had anything to help you with, I still don't think you would have told me, but go ahead.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
So I felt very comfortable in knowing the card,
Uh-huh.
knowing the market for the card and stuff like that. So I felt pretty good about that. And so the negotiation didn't take long. It was maybe like, I don't know. If an like, it's like I hear guys say, like, if these negotiations take more than 10, 15 minutes, most of the time the deal's not gonna get done for the most part. And it was around like that, maybe, exchange in between the time we exchange message, stuff like that. So we agree to the deal, and I'm like, holy shit, this is really gonna happen. Cause I'm like, I didn't, dude. I mean, you go back a couple shows, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know when I'm getting that card, if I'm ever getting that card.
Yeah.
And so basically, like I said, Joe Montana, Michael Jordan, Ricky Henderson out, Mike Tyson, PMG in.
Ooh, say it again.
Yeah, Montana, Jordan, and Henderson out, Mike Tyson, PMG in.
So at the time of release, when I'm chilling with Mickey and Vinny,
I'm chilling with Mike.
you're chilling with Mike.
So, uh, how do I say it? Like, something else. Oh, so that now puts me one card away from what I call my Tyson trifecta. I got the
Mhm.
rookie, the PMG, and then I want to get what they call the second rookie card. And then I'll have kind of like, the three bangers that I feel like, if you're a Tyson collector, that those are the three that you should probably have, just
Yeah.
because, like, how, like, you always say, I want to be the best whatever collector. I don't know that I'll be the best Tyson collector,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna have the damn best three cards in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean,
Definitely.
so
Yeah,
I,
then
I
it just
just
becomes a matter of, who got the highest grade or,
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not worried
yeah.
about that. I mean, maybe eventually I try to upgrade the rookie card. The PMG, there's not much. I mean, once you get into the higher ups, that gets a little wacky. But yeah, uh, yeah, man. I'm like, dude, I only need one more card, and then how you talked about like expanding the MJ collection with the tickets and stuff like that. And I've always talked about, I want to get the game. I would
Mhm.
love to get some trunks, but that's, like you said, that's like the
Some,
glove.
ring-worn trunks.
Yeah, I would love to get that, but
Yeah, because there's, pristine auction. If you ever
yeah,
go on there, there's a ton of trunks signed by him, but not that he actually wore.
yeah,
We talked to, who was that again?
Mike
Michael
Hefner.
Hefner. Yeah, Mike Hefner actually, right before we talked to him, he had sold a pair of ring-worn, trunks for Mike Tyson. That and price wasn't bad, right?
It's like 40. I
Was it
mean,
40? I
yeah,
thought it was more. Okay, maybe
yeah,
or
yeah,
maybe, you might have seen one where the price wasn't
yeah. It
bad.
was an old auction where it
Yeah.
was,
Well, the
yeah,
one he was talking about was high, but I know we saw one where like, damn, if we were thinking about this at that time, you could have got a steal
yeah,
on some ring worn, signed trunks, which I think is dope. I mean, that's kind of like me trying to get Michael Jackson's glove. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
those are things. They're not cards, but that memorabilia means the world because that's almost like his signature
Hmm.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Other than his signature, so
Yeah,
you
that
can
or
get a
the
signature anywhere.
shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the shoes. Yeah, the
Mhm.
black on black. So yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like, I want to get the cards and then get the nice game, a graded one. And like, I have my little, like, yo, this is my Tyson collection, but this is legit.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, like I said, I got two of the three, and now I gotta go chase that other one. So I gotta,
So what you got to do once you get that, now you got to get a little, you know, either glass case.
yeah, I gotta figure something out. Yeah, I know. I was thinking
Or
about that too. I was like, how can I mean, looking around here in the basement, I mean, I have plenty of room. It's just how can I display that so it's
yeah.
displayed properly and Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, with a, you know, a trigger on there. If anybody were to
Yeah.
go ahead, you
Like
have
a
the
dog,
3
like
cards
that.
strategically
Yeah,
placed.
lasers.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not that, you know, you gotta go crazy, but something, because you never know. You never know. We're here talking, putting all our business out,
Yeah.
and, there's people
Yeah.
out there that are, you know,
Yeah.
sticky fingers,
Sure. Yeah.
little
Yep. Yep.
bandits.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I can't dude, like you want to talk about just leveling up. That was that. Like I said, I feel like Rob, man, consolidate to level up. I
Yeah,
got
that's
those
dope.
3 cards. I couldn't, bro. It's crazy. So here's another of my thinking. I couldn't move that Montana like at all. Like I told you,
Mhm.
I took it to trade, and I'm like, what? I don't understand why people. And I mean, obviously, the Joe Montana autograph is not rare. He signs all over the place. Which, in fact, at the time of recording today, I saw that the National released a bunch of their signing guys, and he'll be there again. Mike Vick, Allen Iverson will not, like, they didn't there was a ton of football guys, baseball, the basketball guys. It was only a few.
Mm.
So I mean, it says more to be added. But as far as Philly dudes, it was like Mike Vick and Harold Carmichael and Mike Schmidt, and it was like the usual suspects,
Yeah.
Montana, Emmett Smith, guys like that. So like his autograph isn't rare. I mean, you can look up on eBay and they're all over the place. So maybe it was something like that. But man, like if you tell me I would have got rid of that to get into the Tyson all
Yeah.
day. So
So which one of those cards out of the Jordan, the Ricky, and the Joe, which one did best for you?
the Jordan and the Joe did pretty much the same, which
No.
was strange. Yeah, the Jordan was the row 9 PSA, row 0 PSA 9. That was the first card I bought when I got in.
Yeah, I remember that.
The
I
first
remember
card
when
I
we went
bought.
to the Philly show, and you're like, "All right," you know, that's when you
Yeah.
were going into your Jordan
Yeah.
collecting,
Yep.
and you waited to the last minute to get that, right?
No, that I got other Jordans. That this row 0 I bought online. The
Oh,
other
you bought
Jordans,
that.
yeah, I
That's
have
right.
some
You
other,
got that
yeah,
on.
yeah.
There was one, I forget what you picked up at the Philly show.
Yeah, it was like some kind of numbered parallel or something like that. But yeah, but that the row 0 was the first card that I bought when I came back. And I mean, I'm not a Jordan collector.
No?
Like,
But
so it's
think
like,
about it,
why?
you've come full circle, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? You thought that's what you wanted to do because that's what everybody was talking about, you know,
yeah.
if you wanna collect NBA and basketball, you gotta be a Jordan collector, and obviously there's only so many people out there that can be true
Mhm.
Jordan collectors and have the best of the best when it comes to that, and, you know, you realize that quick, and then you shifted, you pivoted, and you still had that card, and next thing you know, you said, "You know what? Let me put that puppy on consignment." Used our boy, and you know, that's
Yeah.
something probably it's like, since I don't like to move stuff
Mhm.
or set up, you know, that's similar to our boy, what's his name, Stacking Slabs, Brett McGrath.
Yeah, yeah.
And he talks about that doing all I don't want to do any of that. I just get rid of the cards, take your cut, and give me what you get.
Yep.
And you know what I mean, and then I can use that money to get other stuff. So that's probably something, since you already went through it once, it worked fine. You know, I can find some things here. I definitely got some cars that
Yeah.
I can move to move up. So yeah, that's man, that's dope, man.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. That's one of the crown jewels of the collection now, man, for sure.
Hell yeah. Hell
But
yeah.
yeah, real quick, big thank you to Joku Sports, man. He put the cards, like I said, I'm right there with Brett. I don't feel like listing stuff, all that stuff. The commission, the commission loves it. He said, I would have done it for you. I'm like, nah, but I let him do it. He promotes the auction, he does all that stuff. And to me, it's worth the cut. Like his prices are
So
fair. I
so
feel they're fair.
explain the process. You got the cars. What did you do from that point?
I got the cards, take pictures. He kind of, I took pictures for myself. I said, hey, look, these are the cards, and you basically send them to him. There is a little bit of a trust factor there that has to be. I mean, there are other bigger consigners that have been doing it forever, but I figure, hey, look, if this guy's going to show us some love with the trade night and stuff, I said the least I can do is throw some business his way. I'm like, and again, um, and I based off of him working with stuff like that, I felt pretty comfortable. I was like, if he rips me off, I mean, we'll just go chase him down. It's all good. But
Mhm.
so yeah, dude, I send him the cards, and within a day or so, whatever it is, he told me, he's like, yeah, they'll be up certain such and such day, like clockwork. bang, they're all up. They're all sponsored auctions, so you can, kind of gives a
And that
little
went
extra.
through eBay or
Yeah, yeah, I went through eBay and I sat there, put them all on my watch list. I'm watching at night when I'm sitting there watching the
you couldn't you
auction.
couldn't you couldn't be like, "Yo, Oz, check these fireworks out?"
There was really no fireworks actually. They were
Well, you
all anticlimactic. Yeah, I know.
well,
There
you
was
could have
just
been still, "Hey,
that's
follow
true.
these." We could have
That's
done
true.
that together. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I was look, listen, this like to me, this was all like A, B. There was a lot going on. I had already seen, like I told you, like when I do my trades, like I'm like, I know that okay, if I can get this deal, the first deal is not usually the first deal. The first deal is to set up the third deal.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like how I was going about it. I was like, all right, if I can get this piece to get that piece and then move to the get that, then and that's how I saw it. So I wouldn't have never done anything like that months ago because I wasn't gonna go there yet. Like I was just thinking like, oh, I just want that card. I gotta save money and go buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So and that's almost, we talk about keys to the hobby. Um, but yeah, that's one of the keys is sometimes in order to move up, you do have to move cards because it's just it's so difficult to once you get in the price range over $1,000 just to
yeah,
be able to come up with that. And it's like we talk about filling up the piggy bank, but there's only so much you could put in there, and
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
Like
cool.
this TO card, $12. I'll do this all day, no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
But yeah, like you said, once you get up
This
to three
$10,000
figures,
MJ that I got for $126 all day.
yeah. But once you get up to three figure, four figure, stuff like that, I've never had a five figure card, but yeah, it's and I realized that I'm like, I don't again Montana Jordan and Ricky Henderson. At the end of the day, that's not really not me
I mean,
anyway.
they're goats. They're goats, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not like, you know what I mean? They're those are cars that people are gonna buy, you just weren't able to move them, but you know somebody that can, so it just makes sense,
yeah,
and, yeah, I'm definitely now that you did it and seeing, "Okay, hey, it worked,"
yeah,
I'm gonna have to pull aside some of my Jones that, I'm looking to move and then move into
yeah. It
something bigger.
just yeah, to me, it's worth. Like I said, I think its prices are fair, and if you include, the time that I would have had to do to put it up and package it and send it,
Yeah, I'm not in
I don't.
there.
I'm not trying to do all that, man.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm not. Yeah.
yeah,
I
exactly.
I like delivering the stuff. I don't like packing it, taping it,
Mhm.
this, that, and the third, getting the nah.
Yeah, so it works out perfectly, man. So definitely happy to add that, and yeah, I'm just like I said, I'm one piece away from the Tyson trifecta.
Very, very
So
nice.
yeah, yeah, I'm on my way, man.
Love it. Love it.
Sure. So let's wrap it up. We got our second group sub back. I just want to just run through it real quick. I don't have anything too crazy, but it was cool. So this time around, we had a much quicker turnaround. I think we did the bulk, we did the economy, whatever you call it. Ended up with basically like a little over 2 months, 2 month turnaround. So it was kind of nice. PSA
Mhm,
came back, and like I said, nothing too crazy. I ended up slabbing the my EAGLES, all the Randall Cunningham letters that I've put together.
mhm,
And you know me, they all have to look the same. The grades are all beat. I mean, they're sevens. The highest ones I got are sevens, and I got two fives, a six, and the rest are all sevens. But it wasn't really. I knew that going in. It wasn't really about the grade for me.
yeah,
It was just to get them slabbed up. And I got a printing plate Randall. It came back a six. But again, I knew
yeah.
that going in, and
But that
it's
card to me is sick, bro.
I
I
know, I
love
like
that
this.
card.
This is not like your regular printing plate. Like
Yeah,
most printing
no, no.
plates are not. This actually looks like a card. It's the black gold 2016 Panini. So yeah, again, it's more
One on
about
one.
yeah, one on one if you can, if that means anything to anybody, but yeah, it was more about getting them slabbed up. But what I did get what the commish calls the bell of the ball. I bought this card raw on eBay. So there are 10s out there. I bought this and the commish got one as well, but bought this raw. This was actually the card I was going to post at Christmas time because it's number 12 out of 25. But like I said, things got a little crazy here around Christmas, so I got distracted and never got to post it. But it's a National Treasures number 12 out of 25, Randall Cunningham, and it's a little piece of the Jerome Brown Memorial patch. It's not it's not game used or anything like that. It's player worn, but I got it because it was 12 out of 25 and it had a pretty cool patch, but it let me put myself on, blow this screen up so you guys can see it on YouTube a little better. But it ended up gemming. So it
Nice.
was kind of cool to have the 12, jersey number 12 out of 25, gem mint 10 in the Kelly green. Listen, shout out to Slab Mags. So the Slab Mag for the green Slab Mag is actually Eagles Kelly green. That's so it looks freaking fire
Yeah,
with
bro.
this. I have a couple other Randalls that I have that are out for grading, and when they come back, I'm gonna get these because I like the way they look in the green Slab Mag. So shout out to them for getting that nice colored green on it, not like a darker green, but
Yeah.
the Kelly green right there. So
Yeah,
yeah, it
man.
was kind of nice, man. That's the first card I bought raw and gemmed. So
Nice.
so yeah, that's all I got. What did the people's mailman
Well, I still
give you
got
over
some
there?
out there waiting. I'm waiting.
Yeah,
I
that
did
is
a
true.
couple crossovers that I
Yeah.
want that were in SGC slabs, so I'm waiting for those to come back. But the ones that did come back, I'm very happy with the grades that I got. So first off, it's my 2019 Panini Flawless Bronze with the diamond inserts. And
Hmm.
see, so it's David Robinson and Allen Iverson, both gemmed. So I had these both. They were the Panini encased
Beautiful.
Flawless. So they went ahead and uncased them, and they happened to gem. They're both pop ones. So these are out of three. So it would have been dope if the Allen Iverson would have been 3 out of 3 like the David
Yeah,
Robinson is.
yeah, that would have been cool. But
Yeah, I would
you're
have been.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
told you
still.
you're batting 1,000 though with those because you gemmed the Embiid at the National,
Yep.
and those cards usually don't gem supposedly because of
Yeah, they're
the
the
way that
thicker
they are. But
cards. And
yeah, but so
so
good for you.
another gem in 10 is the 2021 Mosaic Devontae Smith Blue Chips, which I got in trade from a young boy. So
Nice, Slim. There he is.
so
That's
that's
nice, man.
gold out of 10, number 5 out of 10. The Slim Reaper, which I think is pretty cool. So
I bet you that kid would want rather have that card. No, actually, did you trade him Embiid for that?
yeah, he get
Oh, okay,
bro, he
gotcha.
got the Embiid auto
Yeah, that's true.
rookie. Now this card I bought also encased. Um and it's the Tops Project 2020, the Ermsey Trout, which was very famous. This card back in the day when a Gem Mint 10 went for a pretty penny, ladies and gentlemen. There was people that became millionaires off of the Project 2020. So obviously the prices now aren't what they used to be, but I still thought I love the artwork. I love art cards, and I figured why not get one of the best Project
Yeah.
2020. And I had it sitting here for a couple years, and I finally sent it in, and it gemmed. So I'm really excited about that.
Wow, that's nice. Those are all thicker cards
Yep.
that you gem. So much for that theory.
Yeah. Now these I got two nines and two eights. So it's the Kobe, it's the McGrady, it's the Jordan, and it's the Iverson. These are the 97 Skybox EX 2001. I had bought a binder of these cards
Right.
from a actual lady she collects. And this was at no, it was at the
Fishtown.
Fishtown card show. Yep.
Yeah.
So I just had these sitting in a binder, and I was like, I really like the design of these cards. They're pretty dope the way
Yeah.
they look.
Look at that. Yeah, they got that nice clear. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
really nice set.
acetate. And I said,
Yep.
what? I know they've been sitting in the binder forever. She's had on. I said they're probably not going to grade well, but two nines and two eights, not bad.
No, not bad at
Now
all.
this is the '87 Fleer Michael Jordan, the second year Jordan card, which we had actually sent to what was it, GCI?
The DCI, I
DCI,
believe.
DCI,
Yeah,
Dallas
Dallas.
card, yeah.
Yeah, or whatever it
Uh,
is.
yeah, so they let
DSI.
you know basically what they think it would grade. They said an 8, we got it back a 7.
Okay.
So it's obviously off centered,
Right. But that
but
looks
still,
really cool in that slab though.
it does. It
Yep,
does.
for sure.
So it's
Very
never too
nice.
bad to have an MJ second year card. And the card that I'm really disappointed at, because they also we sent it to them and they said it would grade a 9, and I had handpicked this one. This one was one that I actually went out of my way to try to get the best copy online. It's hard to see because there's no borders on this card, and I guess there might be some scratch somewhere. But since it's PSA, I have no idea what's wrong with it. So instead of getting a 9, I got a 6.
And that is the Allen Iverson Molten Metal.
Yes, Fleer,
Okay.
one of
Now,
my favorite cards.
yeah, really
I just
nice.
love the design on how this card looks.
Yep. Yeah, very
Yeah, man,
nice.
I was really like honestly, out of all these cards, I was most excited about this one
Mhm.
because it would have been part of my AI collection. Now it's a 6, so I'm just might have to crack this puppy out and leave it raw.
Well, or you can send it back in. But
Oh yeah, and then of course I have
the
my
Jay
Jay
Z,
Z that I posted this morning, and that's
yeah,
my 2005 Topps Pristine uncirculated. Again, these were came in a case, and these were never circulated, so they're not pack pulled, but they were just online orders. And this is serial number 129 out of 325, and it came
okay,
back a 9. So there's only 8 of these out there, none higher. So pretty cool.
very nice. So yeah, it was kind of overall. It's funny. We were just well, the stuff we submit is all mostly PC stuff. So it's not like most of it we were looking to flip and stuff like that. So, like I said, I had low expectations for the grades of the lettering, and it was fine. Like I said, it was more about getting them slabbed. And the fact that I got a 10 out of the other one, that's fantastic. So pretty good. Shout out to our guy, Mr. Beans over there, and
Yeah.
he's a character, but
Yeah.
but overall we got him. We're slabbed. We got more, nice add to the collection. So now I can actually. It's driving me crazy. I have a big hole in my box there where it's like there's cards that belong here. They got to go in. So now I'm able to put them all back.
There
So,
you go.
but man, hey, let's wrap up. Enjoy vacation. Like I said, you'll be on vacation by the time this airs. So make sure to send me some pictures with Minnie and Mickey and
Oh
Donald and
yeah.
all them cats.
Oh
And
yeah.
have a good time, brother. You deserve it.
Appreciate it, bro. We're definitely gonna have some fun. Gonna be looking for some Wow cards. See what I can do. Hopefully they're selling them down there, and not for the prices that I'm seeing on eBay. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time. This was fun, and once again, congratulations on getting your Grail card, legitimate Grail card. That's dope. Um, you know, we got cousins collectibles to the moon, baby. It feels like things are going according to plan. You know, little by little, we're starting to make some hay. So, and then we once again we appreciate everybody out there that's been supporting us, getting into our DMs and talking to us and listening to our stuff that we put out, so we really honestly do appreciate everybody. Man, thank you so much. And bro, we gonna end this like we always do, and that is keep focused, keep positive, and keep collecting. Hey yo, Tone, bring the beat back.